Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another Prize Picks video for you. We're going to be talking about Taco Tuesday on December 26th. We are going to be covering the NBA slate today. We've got 9 games with some fun matchups. There's actually a lot of good matchups with a lot of value to get into. I'm sure we'll be posting all sorts of plays in Discord today. I know a bunch of people have been posting 6-mans in there already. Before we get into our plays, though, if you've never actually tried Prize Picks, use our promo code. They'll double your first deposit up to $100. They're just going to match what you put on. So if you do put the whole 100 on, you'll get 200 to play with. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you're notified as soon as we drop our fresh videos. Been looking at some of the numbers, and we've got 26,000 returning viewers. So just make it easier on yourself and subscribe. That way you'll be notified as soon as our videos are ready. You won't have to search. Everybody wins. Cool. And then as always, guys, if you appreciate what we're doing, if you don't mind just doing us a favor and liking the video, helps us get in front of a larger audience and just pushes us up into the algorithm. You guys have been killing it with that as usual, so we appreciate that. All right, so we're going to jump straight into the picks. For my first pick, I'm going to be going with a rebounds prop. And I love this play. I'm going to be going with CJ McCollum to go for over 3.5. This has been on the board a couple other times, and usually whenever it is, I like to jump on it because he hits this a decent amount of time. And he's got a great matchup. As you can see, he's hit it 3 out of his last 5. And his matchup's great going against Memphis. Let's take a look at the over-under on this game. So we have a 229.5 over/under with the Pelicans favored by 4.5 points. Should be a lot of fun. It's been really exciting having Ja Morant back, and I think it's going to keep their games a lot closer. I think they might be undefeated since he's returned. I'm not totally sure about that, but I'm pretty sure I just saw that stat. I think it's like 4 games or something, but it's been great having him back. If we take a look at his last 5 games, yeah, he's hit this 3 out of his last 5. He's averaging about 34 minutes a game, and I think he's hit it 5 out of his last 10. Yeah, so about 50% of the time, but lately he's been hitting it more often than that. And if we take a look at Memphis here, they're 26th in rebounds allowed. So I'm feeling great about that matchup, and it's a pretty low number there. If we jump over here to Daily Grind, they have it at a 52.19% chance of going over. Their odds are set at -125, but it does look like we have a lot of odds makers juicing this for the over with BetMGM at -130. And we got DraftKings at -125. But like we said before, I feel like Daily Grind has the most accurate read on what the true odds are. And -127 is pretty solid. So I'm going to be taking that for the over. And then my next play, I'm going to be going with PRA. And I'm going to be going with Clint Capela to go over 25.5. He's been playing great. I mean, they look pretty solid right now. I haven't seen him, for a little while I was worried that Clint was kind of turning into just one of these bigs that's just slow and not really doing much, but he's been picking things up with his scoring. He's always been a pretty good rebounder. Doesn't really get many assists, but it's still in his bag a little bit. He can get you like 1 a game every now and then. So I'm going to be taking the over there, and I'm going to include the assists on that instead of just the points rebounds. I don't believe last time I checked this, they didn't have a over under posted on here yet. Oh yeah, they got it now. So 235.5 over under with the Hawks favored by just 1. So that matchup against the Bulls, that's kind of surprising, to be honest, but I know the Bulls have been picking it up a little bit more lately. But yeah, should be a close game, nice high scoring game. And if we look at Capela, he's hit this 4 out of his last 5. If we look at his 10 game stretch, we got 7 of his last 10. He's gone over this mark. Doing all of that in an average of just under 30 minutes a game. So he doesn't need a whole lot of time to get this done. He's been really killing it in the rebounds department, but also, like I had said, his points too, been pretty solid. If we look at the matchup here, the Bulls are allowing, they're like 13th in points allowed to centers specifically, 12th in rebounds allowed, and 22nd in assists allowed. And that's to centers. And so while it's not like, a huge part of his game, it was only 1 point lower to just go with the points and rebounds. So I'd rather take those assists just in case he gets into a position where he's, grabbing some boards and dishing it back out to some of his shooters, since he has like a decent amount of weapons out there. And yeah, so I'm going to be taking him to go over this. I like the matchup. I like the fact that it's a close game, relatively high scoring, and I think he's going to be able to get it done. And those are the two I'm rolling with for the Daily Show. What do you got for us, Jordy?
Yeah, so to get me into mine here, I'm going to be going with an assist prop in this Portland game. So this game has a little bit of blowout potential. It's only an 8-point favorite. I think the Trailblazers are going to be able to hang in here. I'm going to be going with Jeremy Grant in this, but you can see it's a 237 over-under with an 8-point favorite to the Kings. I think it'll be a pretty competitive game, but I'm going to be going with Grant here to go over 2.5 assists. He's done this quite a bit. So I'm going to be taking the over here. He's done this in 7 out of 10 games, and this favors him a lot in fast-paced matchups, which this one is going to be one of those games. Whenever they're really fast in pace, he tends to get more assists, and he just does everything a lot better when they're playing in fast-paced games. You see against Washington, he had 4 against Phoenix, 6 against Golden State, 3 against Golden State in the last game. So he's been going over this pretty steadily. The games he doesn't are the games where he just kind of checks out mentally, and where he doesn't get as many minutes. You can see he had 26 minutes against Utah, and he didn't go for any. So I just like him to go over this. It is, if we go over to Daily Grind here, I think they got this one relatively even. Let's see. So yeah, it's pretty much a minus 120, 118 to go over. So they got it kind of a little bit over even. I like it a lot, just because of the matchup too. If you look at how many assists they're allowing to power forwards, they're giving up 4.7 a game. That's ranked 24th, so pretty bad in that category for the Kings. So I just like him to go over this. I think they're going to be making it a point to kind of try to shut him down. So like him to go over this one. And my next one is just kind of one that I like. There's not a whole lot of like juice backing this one up or anything. I just think it's pretty a pretty good line here. I'm going to be going with a free throws made prop. And I'm going to be going with Jabari Smith Jr. to go over 1.5 free throws made. He's done this in 7 out of 10 games this year. And with the way he's been scoring the ball and how aggressive he gets under the glass, I really like him to do this. We all know how many rebounds and stuff he gets. He gets a ton of putback points. He's just been really scoring the ball a lot more. That's why you've kind of seen us lean away from his rebounds and assists, because he's been shooting the ball a lot more. You can see he's put up 34, 21, 26, 16, 20. So he's having some pretty good shooting nights here. But I like this. You can see that to power forwards, the Blazers are giving up 30 points a game. So that's ranked 30th. It's pretty bad. But, I think he's with a fast-paced matchup like this, the Pacers do foul a lot. So I like him to get over 1.5 free throws in this game. I think it's just one of those things where, with how aggressive he is, I like him to go over this, and with the pace and everything, it's just one I feel good about. If you guys don't like it, you don't have to take it, but those are the two I've got, man. Nice and short on my end.
Yeah, man, dude, I love that play. I didn't realize it was so low. 1.5.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, in a fast-paced game, a high-scoring game, there's going to be a lot of like interaction, with the ball,
Right.
A lot of scoring and whatnot. And the Pacers are pretty good at stealing, but they also, like, any team that has decent defense, especially with stealing and whatnot, like, they're swiping a lot. So
Yeah.
all you need him to do is, he could cash that going to the line once. And if they're playing from behind or anything like that, get into foul trouble, like you had said.
Yeah. I forgot to mention he's shooting 86% from free throw too, so he's a great free throw shooter. Yeah.
That's awesome. With a low line like that, I have a feeling I'll have that in a bunch of different lineups tonight. But okay, guys, that's sorry. I got to bounce back here. Jordy took care of me last night. I had to take my wife. She's going to be traveling after the holidays, so I had to be up at before 5 a.m. and he offered to do it solo. He killed it. I'm going to be using some of those plays from last night too.
Thanks.
So if you guys missed that video, we'll attach it at the end here. You can check that out and match it with some of these plays. But these are going to be the 4 that we run for the daily show. And we appreciate everyone, man. We hope you had a good Christmas and keep some good momentum going into the new year. It's like a fun time of year to reflect a little bit and to hopefully cash some more before we end 2023. But if you're interested in checking out our Discord, there's a link in the description of the video. We'll be in there posting all sorts of plays tonight and just kind of chatting up with everybody and getting into the games together. And also, if you're interested in checking out the tools from our partner Daily Grind, they are giving all of our viewers 25% off of all of their tools. So if you're interested in checking that out, there's a link in the description of the video. You just use code BACKDOOR and they will hook you up with 25% off of whatever that they have to offer. So that's going to do it, guys. We appreciate you. We hope you have a great Taco Tuesday, and we will catch you in tonight's video.
Good luck, guys.